This is Diana and welcome to Crafted Sweetly. In this video, I will show you how to make a box using the We Are Memory Keepers gift box punch board. I previously did a video using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, and then I came across the same idea but making gift boxes. So I wanted to show you how to make gift boxes using the same tool. What's nice with both of these is that it does have like what your final product size is what you're looking for. So if you need a box that's 4 by 4 by 2.5 inches, it tells you the paper size and then where you need to mark the paper in order to get the box. Now these boxes are great for wedding favors, for bridal showers, baby showers, that kind of thing. If you want to use it to put some candy in it, or if you wanted to do a small cupcake. I mean, the largest size that this has for the box is 10.2 by 10.2 by 10.2, which is a pretty big square box. I'm just gonna show you a couple of different boxes so you see what it looks like for the smaller one, since you know, I don't have a paper that's 30 by 30. But this tool does have a scoring tool that goes with it, and it does have instructions on here. Now this may be an older model as far as We Are Memory Keepers, but it works the same way and it does a great job on the boxes. Now the smallest box that you can make is a 1 3/4 inch cube, and the paper size for that is 6 by 6. So this is the paper that I have here. It's a 6 inch by 6 inch piece of paper, and what you do first of all is you're going to go by the instructions on the punch board. So if you look on here, for a 6 inch by 6 inch piece of paper, we will use the small start line and diagonal line, and you can see on the punch board that this side is the start line and this side is the diagonal line. So I'm going to use their scoring tool, and you set down, like it said, small is where we align the start line, and then small is where we align the diagonal line. So I'll put the piece of paper right against this side, and this is a small right there. And what we need to score are the vertical and the horizontal lines, as well as the small here. So I will score this going up to the punch area, and you want to hold down the piece of paper so it doesn't shift. Score that there, and then the small here, just up to the line. Okay. And I also, since I have it in position, I punch this notch out. And then you rotate this 90 degrees counterclockwise. Again, I align it by the small, and then the small is where we're marking this. But usually I do the vertical, actually line up the horizontal so that I know this comes down right to this line. And again, repeat. So now I have the notches on all 4 sides, but I do need to do the flip side for the notches. So I'm going to go, at this point everything is marked, but I do need to knock these notches out on the other side. So I'm gonna flip the paper and then still align this with the small side, but the only thing I'm gonna do on this side is punch out the notch. Okay, so now you have your box completely marked and all the notches removed. Now the other thing that you need to do actually is punch out the little slits. So for that you flip this around, and on this side of the punch board you put in each of these tabs, and if you press through, it created a little notch, which is what we'll use to hook into each other in order to close the box. So at this point we're done with the punch board. So I'm just going to crease all these markings fold them so that the box folds better. You can see the box is kind of starting to come together. You can use a little bit of glue or tape. I think with glue it makes things a little nicer. So just a little bit of glue on this side, and then you add a little bit of glue here to hold it together. Okay, and you can see that the box is nice and tight. So there you have your box. Now to close it, you would just close the tabs, and it has these little slits on here. So if you just pull a little bit on it to stretch them out, then they do interlock. So you could always add a little flower on top of this if you choose to. And you could add a flower on top of this. I'm going to add this butterfly, and I'll use a couple of little foam squares to attach this. So I'll just take the little foam squares and attach this to the top. Okay, and there you have a nice favor box to put in your candy or whatever you wish. Now for a larger box, what I wanted to show you one that was not like a cube. So I'm using a 9x9 piece of paper, and then the box will end up being a 4x4 by 1.75. So it won't be quite as tall. Now the other thing, the feature on this punch board is that it does have an extender to mark it. So if you have a piece of paper that's longer, you know, like this one just makes it, well, if I'm here, it wouldn't reach all the way to the end, but with this extender portion, you're able to score the line farther out. So for this one, for the 4x4 by 1.75, I have the 9x9 piece of paper, and then it says the start line is extra large. So the alignment part is right where the extra large is. And then the diagonal line, which is this one, is going to be on the medium. Okay, so extra large and medium are the two key things. So we'll align the paper extra large. And then with the scoring tool, I'm gonna go right down the horizontal line, and you do have to kind of figure out where this one falls. There we go. Punch out the notch, and as mentioned, this was on the small. Sorry, I think I said medium earlier, but it's a small and extra large and small. So this is the portion where the part will fold in. So I've cut out the notch. And you can use the scorer just to give it more of a sharp line. Especially if the cardstock is a little heavier, you want to do this so that you have a crisp edge to your box. So once you have your box shaped, so again, this is now if you had a bigger favor to give, a slightly larger gift, this would be the shape you want to use. On top of this, you could, like I said, add some other kind of embellishment. I do like this flower, that paper flower that I made, to put on top. And you can use, again, some foam dots to hold it in place. Okay, but that is your box. and this would make a beautiful thing to put on top of as a favor, you know, and you can coordinate the papers with your theme. One last box I wanted to show you is using this large piece of paper that's 12 by 12, and the cool thing with this paper is that it's double-sided pattern, so when the recipient opens the box, the inside part is really gorgeous as well. And I do have links below for the various supplies that I'm using in this video. So this box will end up being, because it's a 12 by 12 piece of paper, will end up being a 4-inch square box. So it's similar to this box, but much larger. So this one's 2.5 inches. This one will be 4 inches. So for this, it says extra large on the start line, extra large on the diagonal. So again, I'll line this up here, and it's on the extra large here, and I'll be using this extra large there. Another option to glue this, the little flaps inside to make sure that these don't stick out into the box itself, is you can use some double-sided tape to glue this down. It is slightly faster with the double-sided tape because you don't have to wait for it to dry. And you want to make sure that the corners are completely flat when you're doing this. So just give it a good press when you do this. So now, as you can see, the inside of this box is nice and beautiful. So this would be a great size of box to make if you needed to put cupcakes on the table. You know, just a large size cupcake, you know, almost like Texas sized cupcake would fit in this box as a favor. So you could make a ribbon like this and then just add some double-sided sticky tape to the back. So with this gift box sponge board, you can create some really cool boxes depending on the kind of paper you have. From something as simple as just a plain box with nothing else on it, you can certainly add a monogram here if you wanted, to adding just a little embellishment right on top, to different size boxes, and then adding a larger focal point to the center of the box, or even as a gift with a big bow on top. So lots of options with this gift box sponge board. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks so much, and please don't forget to subscribe and share. See you next time.